The door to hell. In the middle of the Turkmenistan desert sits a giant burning crater that looks like something from another planet. It was discovered accidentally in 1971 when Soviet scientists drilled into the ground searching for natural gas. Instead, the Earth collapsed beneath them, opening a massive hole filled with toxic gas. Fearing the gas would spread, scientists lit it on fire expecting the flames to burn out within days. But here's the terrifying part. The crater has been burning non-stop for over 50 years. Flames erupt endlessly from deep underground while the air around it reaches deadly temperatures. At night, the entire desert glows orange like a portal straight into hell itself. This is where it gets worse. Nobody knows exactly how much gas still remains under the crater. The real danger is that the ground surrounding it is unstable, meaning the burning pit could continue expanding while the fire beneath the earth keeps raging endlessly. The Lascaux Cave. In 1940, 4 teenagers and their dog accidentally discovered a hidden cave beneath the forests of France. Inside were thousands of ancient paintings created over 17,000 years ago. Massive bulls, horses, and mysterious symbols covered the walls, perfectly preserved in darkness for thousands of years. But here's the disturbing part. The cave survived the Ice Age only to begin dying the moment humans entered it again. Visitors breathing inside the cave slowly changed the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, bacteria, and moisture began destroying the artwork almost immediately. It's strange. Some scientists believe certain symbols inside the cave may represent forgotten star maps or rituals humans no longer understand. The real danger wasn't the cave itself. It was human curiosity. Authorities eventually sealed the original cave completely because simply looking at the paintings was accidentally erasing one of humanity's oldest surviving mysteries forever. The Siberian Blood Falls. Deep in Antarctica, scientists discovered a waterfall that looked impossible. Bright red liquid poured out from beneath a glacier like blood leaking from the frozen earth. At first, researchers thought it might be algae or contamination, but the truth became even stranger. The liquid came from an ancient underground lake trapped beneath the ice for millions of years. But here's where it gets terrifying. The water contained microscopic organisms surviving without sunlight in complete isolation. This meant life could exist in conditions once thought impossible. Scientists immediately realized the discovery changed how humanity searches for alien life on planets like Mars or moons hidden beneath ice. This is where it gets worse. The blood-red waterfall revealed entire ecosystems may exist beneath glaciers completely hidden from the world above. The real danger is that melting ice caused by climate change could expose unknown bacteria and organisms humanity has never encountered before. The Paris Catacombs. Beneath the streets of Paris lies a giant underground maze filled with human bones. The catacombs were discovered accidentally during construction and expansion projects when workers broke through hidden tunnels beneath the city. But this wasn't a normal burial site. The tunnels stretched for hundreds of kilometers, and the walls were stacked with the skulls and bones of over 6 million dead people. This is where it becomes deeply unsettling. Entire sections of the tunnels remain unmapped even today. People exploring illegally have vanished underground without being found for days. In one infamous case, explorers discovered a hidden underground cinema deep inside the catacombs with electricity, chairs, and films mysteriously abandoned. But here's the problem. Many tunnels are unstable and collapse without warning. The real danger is psychological. Deep underground, surrounded by endless human remains and total darkness, people quickly lose their sense of direction and sometimes even their sanity. The Darvaza gas crater. One accidental discovery turned an empty desert into one of the most terrifying places on Earth. Engineers searching for gas reserves suddenly watched their drilling platform collapse into a massive underground cavern. Toxic methane began leaking rapidly, threatening nearby communities. Scientists believed setting the crater on fire would solve the problem quickly. Instead, they created a permanent inferno. The flames have burned continuously for decades while the crater itself glows brighter every year. But here's where it gets strange. Some visitors report hearing deep rumbling sounds beneath the fire, almost like the earth itself is moving below them. Temperatures near the crater become unbearable while the surrounding ground slowly weakens over time. The real danger is that nobody fully understands how massive the underground gas field truly is. If larger sections collapse in the future, the burning crater could become far bigger than anyone originally imagined. The giant crystal cave. In 2000, miners digging underground in Mexico accidentally broke into a hidden chamber filled with enormous crystals. Some crystals stretched over 30 feet long and looked like giant frozen swords growing from the earth itself. The cave remained untouched for hundreds of thousands of years because it was sealed beneath volcanic rock. But here's the terrifying part. The cave is almost impossible for humans to survive inside. Temperatures reach deadly levels while humidity becomes so extreme that people can barely breathe after only a few minutes. This is where it gets worse. Without special cooling suits, explorers can collapse from heat exhaustion incredibly fast. Scientists believe the crystals grew slowly over 500,000 years in perfectly stable conditions. The real danger is that once the cave was exposed, those conditions began changing forever. Human discovery may eventually destroy one of the rarest geological wonders ever found on Earth, the Muval Cave. In Romania, workers accidentally discovered a cave completely sealed off from the outside world for over 5 million years. What they found inside looked more like an alien planet than Earth. The air was toxic, oxygen levels were dangerously low, and the cave contained creatures found nowhere else on the planet. Blind spiders, strange insects, and bizarre aquatic organisms evolved entirely in darkness without sunlight. But here's where it becomes disturbing. The ecosystem survived using sulfur and toxic chemicals instead of normal photosynthesis. Scientists realized life can adapt to environments previously thought completely uninhabitable. This is where it gets worse. Some organisms inside the cave produce chemicals and bacteria humanity still barely understands. The real danger is contamination. Introducing outside organisms into the cave could collapse the ecosystem forever, while unknown microbes from the cave itself could potentially affect humans in unpredictable ways. The Black Sarcophagus. In 2018, construction workers in Egypt accidentally uncovered a massive black granite coffin buried beneath the city of Alexandria. The sarcophagus was enormous and completely sealed, leading many people online to panic immediately. Some believed it contained a cursed ruler or ancient plague trapped for thousands of years. But here's the problem. Nobody knew what was actually inside because the coffin had never been opened before. When archaeologists finally broke the seal, they discovered rotting skeletons submerged in disgusting dark liquid that had leaked into the tomb over centuries. This is where it gets unsettling. Experts feared ancient bacteria or diseases could still survive inside sealed environments after thousands of years. Crowds online jokingly demanded the coffin remain closed because people genuinely feared unleashing something catastrophic. The real danger wasn't a supernatural curse. It was the realization that humanity still uncovers ancient places completely untouched by modern civilization even today.